This is going to be a new video type thing that I'm going to be uploading and doing for you guys. Me and my friend Rachel decided to do this collab to talk about different topics.
Hey guys, so me and my friend Melanie decided to do a collab, and we're going to talk about, different topics, but it won't be like every other collab because we live in two different states. We're going to say things from our point of view with our different experiences. First topic is cosplay tips. I'm someone who just literally started cosplaying maybe a few months ago.
I've been cosplaying for about 3 years now. My first convention was Anime 2012, and even though I haven't been cosplaying for that long, I do have experience going to different conventions. I've been to a couple in Las Vegas, and I've been to anime conventions, comic conventions, and video game conventions. So I've been to several of them.
Today I'm going to give you my perspective from a beginner.
Most of the tips that I'm going to talk about is like the same ones that Rachel talks about too, but I'm going to add some of my experience or my opinions in it. It'll be just slightly a little bit different.
Don't overwork yourself. You have no obligation to get something done or for it to be amazing. You just started cosplaying. Like, there's no need for you to get all flustered and frustrated just because you can't get something done or you want to make something amazing and you end up overstressing yourself. Just take your time, have fun.
Don't stress yourself out over a cosplay because it's gonna be really, really bad for you if you just push yourself to a limit to where you are just like exploding everywhere. Cosplay is tough, it is, but you just need to understand that you just can't explode whenever something goes wrong. If you stress yourself out, you're going to worry about everything, you're going to maybe mess up on your cosplay that you've been working on for so long and working really hard. It's just stress isn't good, so just don't overwork yourself and don't stress yourself out.
Don't jump into a cosplay event right off the bat, because if you just started cosplaying, you're just learning the skills, and like if you do a really elaborate cosplay, like if you try to do armor or if you try to make something with like really large wings or something like that, and you end up making it, and you try to go to an event, you're not going to know anything else about cosplay, because it's not just costumes, it's wigs, it's makeup, but it's also how to survive at like Comic-Con or Animazement or something like that. It's how to know what to do if your cosplay ends up getting ripped or torn or a piece falls off or you lose it. So there's two aspects to cosplay. There's the costume part, which you design, and then there's the survival part. The survival part is probably the hardest part, so just research for a long time, make sure you know what to do so that when you do sign up for one, you don't just die. I'm just joking.
Right as you're about to go to a convention, make sure within maybe a month or so, look up the convention online. For example, for Fanime, I'd look up Fanime 2000 whatever, and it would pop up the homepage. But they also have a Twitter page, a Facebook, they have a lot of other social media sites. Most other anime, gaming, whatever conventions, most of them do have a Facebook page or a Twitter or anything like that. So make sure you research your convention before you go, especially if you've never been there before. I suggest you research it. Because like this year for Fanime, they had a lot of streets blocked off because there was something else going on that weekend. So if you didn't look up the websites, then you wouldn't have never known. So make sure you look up their pages so you can follow, if there's any new announcements or anything like that. Also research like around the area, go on like Google Maps and see if there's food around there.
Don't get discouraged if it doesn't turn out the way you want to. If you're not happy with it, it's okay. You can learn from your mess ups and try again. Even the best cosplayers started from the bottom. Started from the basics. So say you tried, I don't know, the Joker, and you might have had the colors wrong or the fabric wrong, you know, simple stuff like that. Don't get discouraged. I mean, there's so many more opportunities just because one fails. Hey, learn from your mistakes, keep going.
If you mess up, don't be so hard on yourself, okay? I've messed up so many times. Like, you don't understand how many times I've messed up on my cosplays. I had a cosplay that I made for the very first time. It ended up breaking and ripping. And I was just so mad. I was like frustrated and I wanted to cry, and I was like, I worked so hard on this and it broke. Things do happen. Things do break. Things do rip. Things do fall apart.
Do you buy separate pieces? Do you buy a whole costume? Do you try to make your own? Maybe making your own stuff isn't your style. I'd say look into buying separate pieces because it's a lot easier to return online and in stores, and it's a lot easier on your wallet. So, if making your cosplay isn't your thing, you know, hey, I'd recommend buying stuff in pieces. Like, if you have a really elaborate costume, say like, I don't know, something from like Final Fantasy or something, I'd recommend trying to find separate pieces instead of one giant piece, because if you like pieces from that one giant thing, but the rest doesn't fit, or it's not what you wanted, you have to return all of it, and you're not going to want to do that. If you make your own, don't try to make all of it. You can buy some stuff online, alter it to what you want, like with my Harley Quinn cosplay that I'm going to start on soon. I'm going to have to make some stuff, I'm going to have to buy some stuff probably, and I'm going to have to buy some stuff in stores and alter it to what I want it to be. But that's not that big of a deal because I still get what I want.
I honestly think if you have cosplayed over, you know, a few times now, I do suggest making it. But if you are literally just starting cosplay and you're going to go to your very first convention, I suggest maybe buying your costume if the price is right. Because some costumes for, you know, that you want to wear, most of them will be between $60 to like $200 depending if it's like homemade, custom made. I suggest maybe buying it because I don't want you to deal with the stress. If you are determined to make your cosplay, tell yourself that you are going to have to work to make this. You're gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to buy all the materials. You're gonna have to dedicate yourself to this costume. If you are going to make your costume, I do suggest giving yourself about 1 month to a 6 month range between the time you find out to the convention. I usually do a 6 month range. If 6 months is too much for you, I do suggest at least a month. For example, if you're gonna make the Joker, if you're gonna buy it, there's a lot of costumes you can buy, but they might be a little bit pricey. So if you do want to make it, I suggest like maybe getting like purple fabric and then getting the hairspray for your hair. If you're a boy, use the hairspray, use the Be Wild, because that one works pretty good for guys. If you're a girl, I suggest to avoid using Be Wild. When I used Be Wild for one of my cosplays, it was AMS, and I was just like, I should have just gotten a wig, or I should have bought just fake extensions that I could have just put in my hair, but you know, that's just me. If you make your cosplay, buy more than what you think you need. Let's say you have a cosplay and you go to the fabric store and they ask you how much you want of the material. Usually with me, no matter what cosplay I'm doing, I will always get at least 1 yard, which equals 3 feet. Unless if your cosplay is like a really big giant dress or a big kimono or something that is gonna have a lot of material, get more than that. There was a time where I made a cosplay and I got a yard. I told myself I was gonna need more than a yard. I said to myself, oh, I don't really need it. I don't wanna buy too much. And then I ended up needing to buy another foot of material. You need to buy some pins, and you need to buy some jewelry, you need to buy some stones, you need to buy something to decorate your costume with. Buy more than what you think you need. You might not have enough, you might break something, so you know, it's always best to have extra. Buy extra, buy extra, buy extra. It doesn't matter what anybody says, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, regardless of gender, height, weight, skin color. anything. Cosplay whoever you want.
I don't think that you're, you know, this height, this skin color, this weight, this, that, this whatever, that you can't be a cosplay that's this, that, or the other. I've seen so many guys go as girl cosplayers, and I've seen so many girls go as guys. My first cosplay ever was CL from Black Butler. He's a dude, he's a guy, so it doesn't matter. I mean, don't think that just because you are a different weight or a different height, or even if you don't even look anything like the character, if you want to be that character and enjoy it. Embrace it. You know, if you've wanted to do it for so long, do it. Don't worry about what anybody else says, because it's not, you know, their cosplay.
There's gonna be people out there who are gonna be like, you know, but don't listen to them, okay? Cosplay is supposed to be fun. If people do that to you, they don't understand that you love this character so much. They cannot take that love away from you. You love this character so much that you are dedicated to be that character. Cosplay is not about judging people. Cosplay isn't about comparing people. Cosplay isn't about hating on people. Cosplay isn't about making the biggest cosplay. It's just being the character that you love.
Look up ideas for cosplay. This is basically how to start making your cosplay. You know, get an idea of what character you want to be, someone you love, someone you're dedicated to, you know, making.
Is there a video game that you like? Is there an anime that you like? Is there a show that you like? Is there a movie that you like? Is there a character in something that you like that you are thinking to yourself, oh my god, I want to be that character? That's the character you cosplay as. If you love this character so much, cosplay as them. And also look around your house. Maybe you have posters of a show that you like or a movie or something. You look at it and you say, oh, that character looks really interesting. I wonder what it would be like if I were to make that costume. Get inspiration by going outside. Go to a store. Maybe you see, you know, Frozen or something and you're like, oh, I want to be Elsa. I don't know, just, you know. Once you get your character decided on, make sure you look up references to your character. Look, even if you know what they look like, still look up their pictures. Go to google.com, go to the images tab, and then type in blah 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 cosplay, and there should be a bunch of pictures that pop up. For example, if you want to cosplay as a Joker, go to google.com, go to the images, and then type in Joker cosplay, and there should be like a bazillion of them that pop up. You can use those as references. Those are what other people did. This person used this fabric. This person did this to their hair. This person used this kind of makeup. You know, you can use that for references.
Plan what you need ahead of time. What I did, hold on, is for my Harley Quinn, I made an entire list of everything that I'm gonna need, from underclothing to the actual suit. I planned out everything I would need for separate pieces, and I organized them, makeup, you know, all that good stuff, and just keep it organized, color code it like I did, or make bullet points, something, so that you know what to do, so you're not stressed, and you're like, oh my god, I need this, and I need this, and then you go home and you don't have your crap, so.
Make sure, you know, you write it down, what you need, or at least, you know, have a bunch of pictures printed out everywhere to say the what you want. I don't really write anything down that I need. I usually just have a bunch of pictures of the character, so when I go shopping, I can look at the character and say, okay, I need this exact color of this material. I need this kind of jewelry. But if you're someone who's kind of, you know, not really organized, or you don't think on a whim, please just write everything down. Write from everything from fabrics, to shoes, to clothing, to hair, to makeup, everything.
Try new things. If you're comfortable eventually with one material or one style, go outside the box. Try something totally different that you would never think of doing. I know a lot of people, they would do like simple, like Pikachu, for example, instead of buying like a cheap onesie and just, you know, wearing that and saying, oh look, I'm Pikachu. They would go and they would make like a hat, or they would buy a Pikachu hat, and then they would have an outfit, like a t-shirt, and they would paint on it and make it look like Pikachu. So just try new things, be adventurous.
If you really want to be a character that is kind of not a character you would never be, do it. usually cosplay as a character that's a schoolgirl. You can cosplay as a warrior chick or something, you know? There are some guys that will dress up as girls.
Look for sales. Sales are probably like the awesomest thing in the world because you have like a roll of fabric, you know? If you go to Joann's or like a craft store, I don't know, Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something like that, and you're looking for cloth or like bulk items, what you would do is look for sale. You might find it for like $20 one day, and then you see like in the mail you get a coupon and it's like 20% off, 30% off. Go for it. I mean, if you don't have a huge budget, try to make sure you have a coupon whenever you're gonna buy something expensive.
If there's stuff that there's not a big difference between, I suggest getting the more pricey one because it's a better quality. Go thrift shopping. Look for sales. Thrifting is your best friend when it comes to cosplay. I bought stuff from thrift stores for my cosplays so many different times. I cannot even tell you guys how many times I've done it. Plus, you're going to be cutting it up, putting stuff on it, gluing it, sewing it to something else. You don't want to mess up a really nice shirt for that. Fabric stores like Michael's or Joann or something, they usually have a sale, so go when they have a sale and they have like 30% off or whatever.
And I think that's pretty much it. But this is my first video, and I hope to be posting more. So, bye.
All I can say is cosplay is supposed to be fun. You're going to be so excited that you're in this cosplay because you love this character. And you know what the best part is when you see other people from your show or fandom, you're going to freak out and you'll be like, oh my god. If you have friends that like the same stuff as you, have them cosplay with you. You guys can cosplay a group or a show together. That's even more fun. You meet other people and you know, you learn things from them and you become friends and you know, it's going to be awesome. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are people online that can help you with your cosplays. You can go to forums. You can go to cosplay.com. I think that's what the website is. And you can ask people, hey, I'm making this cosplay. I don't know how to make this sword or this top. Can someone give me some advice? People will help you. Cosplay is a community. We are a family. We're here to help you, and we're here to be your friend. I think that's it. If this does okay, then I probably will do more with Rachel. I'm sorry this video kind of sucks. I didn't really write anything down. I kind of just thought about whatever that came in my mind. So, I'm not a real big talker, so I will see you guys next time. I probably will try to make a video soon. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.